Jen Hatmaker, best-selling author and force behind For the Love podcast. She has a brand new cookbook, Feed These People, slam dunk recipes for your crew, in stores now. Thank you so much for your time today.
Oh my gosh, I'm delighted to be here with you. Thanks for having me, Rudy.
So first of all, Jen, I was watching your YouTube channel, and there's a video where you had a container of butter right there on the countertop. I was like, this is
Oh
someone
yeah.
that I need to be friends with.
Listen, I moved it for you this morning because I was trying to be fancy for your show. But normally I have a huge Tupperware container of room temperature butter and I go through it like crazy. Butter is like a food group.
Butter is definitely it's a food group in our household as well too. Congratulations on the
Uh-huh.
new cookbook. Tell us a little bit about
Thanks.
about the recipes and what we're going to find in there.
Oh yeah, so fun. This is a cookbook for normals. Okay, it's for regulars. I'm a normal person. I'm a normal cook. I just I wrote this for people who just are cooking for the folks that live in their house. Same as me. I have 5 kids, so I am very practiced at putting food on the table. And I figured out that when it comes to feeding kids, sometimes you need some tricks. This is a trick recipe because any kid will eat this. These are green chili taco cups. Essentially, these are tacos, but they're a little bit special. So this is just seasoned taco meat like you would do for any taco recipe. It's seasoning and green chilies and tomatoes, ground beef, easy peasy. This is 8 minutes to brown. And so instead of using taco shells, we are going to use wonton wrappers and we're going to put them in muffin tins. This is real cute. Okay, I'm getting real cutesy wootsy here. So we've got one little layer down with taco meat and cheese, and then we're going to press a second layer down. This is the hardest step right here. If you feel like you can press a wonton wrapper down, then you can make this. Okay, here it is. This is very, very, very highbrow. Okay, then we're gonna do a second layer real quick of just this delicious taco meat. Tastes so good. You could sneak some veggies in here. Kids don't know. I told you this is a trick play. Okay, so we're coming here. Then we're gonna do a second layer of cheese, like literally as much as you want. There's no such thing as too much cheese. I don't even think I'll put amounts in the cookbook. I'm like, just put it in.
If mine is the first one, can you put a
Like
little
a
bit
three.
more cheese on there?
Listen, tell me when. Like, tell me when.
Perfect.
I know.
Perfect. That is perfect. That is perfect right
So
there.
these go 375, 6 or 7 minutes until they're brown and melty and crunchy. And look, I mean, you're telling me there isn't a kid alive that's not going to eat this. You set up a little taco bar, sour cream, and onions and lettuce and salsa. Of course, I would add jalapenos because I live in Texas. And this is dinner. It's 30 minutes from beginning to end, but how fun is this? Okay. So that's how the whole cookbook is. It is for regular people who need to feed regular people. And I've got you. I'm your girl. This is your cookbook.
I mean, the other thing too is, I want to mention, especially, with you talking about your kids, that's something that gets them to introduce them to new food group, new things that new cuisine that they may not have tried before, getting in the kitchen, trying these small little cups, getting in the process.
Totally.
I mean, talk a little bit about that and making it a family event.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, your kids can actually make this from without your help. Like if you would like to go put your feet up on the couch and pour a glass of wine and hand this recipe off to the kids, they can absolutely pull this off. Plus, when kids have a little skin in the game, when they get in the kitchen, they are super proud that they browned the ground beef. And they want to make sure that everybody at the table understands, I did that. I browned that meat. That meat was that was me, all me. So listen, if you really want them to eat what you're making, get them in the kitchen. Unless they're driving you crazy, then stick them in the backyard. I co-sign on both options. I really do.
You said butter was a food group earlier. Another food group in my
Yes.
household, mozzarella sticks, a recipe for homemade mozzarella
Oh,
sticks.
yes.
How did this come about? Tell me a little bit about, what's all in there.
Okay, well, I want to blame it on my kids. I want to say, oh, I put fried mozzarella sticks in the cookbook because kids eat it. But the truth is, I put fried mozzarella sticks in the cookbook because I eat them and I love them. And so we can go high, we can go low in this cookbook. Here, you know what these are? Homemade corn dogs, fan favorite. Everybody is going to eat these. These take a handful of minutes, but they're special. And this is the sauce that I made up for it, and I call it trash sauce. Isn't that delightful? Isn't that a lovely name?
Lovely name.
Trash sauce. If you want to go a little north of that, let's say you're having a dinner party. Let's say it's holidays coming up, which they are. You're going to have people around your table. You're going to have Thanksgiving. You're going to have Christmas. Maybe you're having a little weekend dinner party. This is herb crusted pork tenderloin with a honey glaze. Literally, it's as easy as this. It might actually be easier, takes no time at all, but look, fancy, like just like that. You're a fancy person. So we've got I've got a whole chapter called Food When You Want to Seem Fancy. And I have another chapter called Food When You Have No More Dams to Give. So it's all in there. Okay. Whatever you want, whatever your mood is for the day, like I've got it. I got you.
So French toast, one of my favorite things to eat as growing up, and French toast sticks. I don't think I was a teenager until I learned about French toast bake. I had a friend make it, and I have been addicted to that ever since. You have a recipe in the book for that as well too. Let's talk about that and maybe some of the brunch type recipes that you have.
Yeah, totally. That's my friend's favorite recipe in the entire cookbook is that French toast bake. Here's why I love that one. You have to make it ahead the night before. And so the next morning, literally all you do is pop it in the oven with a little crumble. It takes about 14 seconds to put together. So the French toast bake is absolutely perfect for Christmas morning or when you are hosting a brunch and you do not want to be in the weeds while your guests are on their way to drink their mimosas. And so you want something that you pretty much did almost all the labor for the night before, and all you need is a warm oven. So that is an absolute winner. It is a showstopper. I've had a lot of people cooking recipes out of the cookbook for the last couple of weeks, and they're talking my ear off about that one. That one is working for the people. So, and I have a ton of cool, really delicious but super easy brunch recipes. We've got shakshuka. We of course have Texas migas. I mean, I am a Texas cook. I'll tell you that right now. There's a lot. There's spicy, there's savory, there's jalapenos, there's chorizo, there's chipotle. It's all, I've got all that stuff in there. And I will teach you how to use it. And I'm just telling you that your people will love it all.
That is amazing. Real quickly before we go, I want to go through a couple of scenarios and maybe just mention maybe one recipe in the book that would be great for that. Date night. You've gone on a couple of dates. You're having, you're making your first dinner together. What's something that you want to go ahead and create?
Okay, I got this. Because you cannot mess it up. Let's do a peppercorn crusted beef tenderloin. You literally cannot mess it up. It is a slab of meat that you are going to put in the oven with peppercorns on the outside, but it is elegant. It feels very fancy. It is the best cut of beef. And so if you were to go a little steakhouse with it, I have a recipe for homemade onion rings. So you could do sort of your delicious beef tenderloin, steakhouse onion rings, a little blue cheese sauce. I mean, come on. I will date you. If you will make that for me, I will be your girlfriend. So I want to just put that out there that is a winning recipe for date night. I don't care who you are.
You're inviting your best friends over. You're having a laid back Friday night with your best friends. What's something fun and easy to make that we can have for friend night?
Okay, listen. If my friends are coming over late night, we're going to open up some wine. Okay, we're maybe going to make some margaritas, and we are going to have queso. I have a green chili chorizo queso that will make you cry all the tears in Texas. It is so delicious. And it's so easy. You put it in your crock pot. It just sits there nice and warm. Who doesn't like cheese dip, right? And so you can get fancy and dip vegetables into it, I guess, if you're trying to go that route. Or you can just grab a bag of potato chips and go at it. Pour a little margarita, salt the rim. That is the kind of girls' night that I live for right there.
Jen, if you were making that for a party, I would just put my seat right there next to and then just find myself there and just continue. This is going to be my best friend for the night. And then final thing, Thanksgiving holidays are coming up. Obviously, people like their traditional foods, but if you're going to bring a dish that's going to excite the crowd and something a little different, what's one of the dishes that we should bring?
Okay, I got this. I have a recipe for a winter panzanella salad that is an absolute showstopper. And I mean, let's be honest. If you're feeding people at Thanksgiving, who doesn't essentially want to eat bread salad? I mean, it's crouton salad is really what it is, but it has warm, like winter and fall, like root vegetables that have been roasted and cranberries and a very delicious homemade vinaigrette that all you do is put in a jar and shake. That's how hard that is. And it's beautiful to look at. And so I'm just telling you, that is something a little bit different, a little bit elevated than the normal green salad that people bring. And there will not be one bite left, and you will have to hand that recipe out. I'm telling you that.
Jen, thank you so much for your time today. Feed these people slam dunk recipes for your crew in stores now.
Thanks, Rudy.
Thank you.